cattywampus. So that is the biggest negative. They definitely should fix that. Who is this bike really for? This bike can do, I mean, look, the bike can do really anything, but and if you want to ride on the sidewalk, you're not going to get any hateful looks. Poor hill test. Oh, poor camera. Poor camera don't like all the wobbles. The Mokwheel Basalt ST 2.0. Today's video, 100 plus mile review. Yes, 100 plus miles. Why? It's a fun bike to ride. My son's been riding it too. We've racked up some mileage. So now I'm going to tell you what I think about the bike after 100 plus miles. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for being my subscribers. And if you're not, boom, please smash that subscribe. Smash a like, share my video, and tell your friends. Why can't you see my face? Because my lips don't match the words, because my editing software and YouTube hate each other. Let's go for a ride, and I'll tell you the good and the bad. You see that jumbo? That's like 28 plus ounces of protein water full of ice. Why? It's almost 100 degrees today. It is hotter than Hades. Hot, hot, hot. Not wear my glasses again. Why? They'll just be covered with sweat. Thank you for being my friends. Boom. Let's go. We're off on our journey. I'd love to find tree-covered path besides this little one we're going to get ready and go on. The creaking that you hear is my suspension seat post. That's actually a broken one that I've recycled just to put on this bike. The bike itself, 100 plus miles, quiet. No unnecessary noises, unnecessary rattles, no crazy noises, no crazy rattles, no crazy nothing whatsoever. The build quality on this bike is A+. The fit and finish, A+. So let's start at the tires. The tires are Black Cat. They have great traction for gravel, sand, and road surface. Tires are A+. The front suspension fork, plush, multiple adjustment. It is one of the nicest front forks that I've had on a bike. Nicer than a PUCKIPUPPY? Yes, because it's got multiple adjustment. The display, I'm going to give a B+ to. I had, the more that I've ridden on this bike and the display, the small print on the bottom showing the time or the odometer or the trip, it is small. It is hard for these old man eyes to read. The rest of the screen is outstanding. The battery bars, the PAS level, the speed, outstanding and bright light. There really probably should get a B+, maybe even an A-. But if you want to see the trip or your odometer or how long you've been riding this bike, you really need to work at it if you have old eyes like I do. The Tektro brakes, outstanding. Best brakes I've had on a bike, except for my nearly $5,000 Graffiti X that has magical Maguras. The keypad on this bike, it's good, it's okay. You have to press a couple buttons to get into settings, and you have to press the right arrow and the minus button to be able to see your max speed, average speed, and the odometer, which is kind of annoying. And you have to go into the settings, second level, to reset the trip, which the more you do it, the easier it is. The adjustable stem, that's a really nice feature. So you can create whatever riding position you want. I like an aggressive riding position because it lends itself to steadiness. No hands, Mom. And the bike's steady, no wobble. So no wobble bike, adjustable stem, so you can create the position that's good for you. The cable management is still outstanding. No crazy cable tugs or pulls or issues. The gears gears are going to get a B. Normally Shimano Tourney is a C, and they are what they are. These trigger shifter 20s are a step above, a noticeable step above. They've only had like 1 or 2 skips in over 100 miles. So that is really good. So the trigger shifter 20 is good. Where this bike shines, like the #1 most incredible feature that I've ever experienced on an e-bike, which has great value to me, and I think it has great value to consumers who would want to buy this bike. And if you do, click on the link in the description and use my code and save some money. It is that magical cadence torque sensor. It is so smooth. The throttle's responsive, and the pedals are responsive. That cadence torque sensor, this is the smoothest bike I have pedaled. So that cadence torque sensor, that is an A every day. Being able to pedal this bike, since I've unlocked it, it is now like a class 3 bike. You can throttle up to 28. I've pedaled it to 29 and change. And as long as you don't want a rocket ship, 28 miles an hour is fine for most people. I like to go faster. But the significance is, because they put a 52 tooth chain ring on the front, you can pedal. I've pedaled, you saw the video. I was pedaling at 29, 30 miles an hour, 31 miles an hour, I was pedaling. So no ghost pedaling on this bike. So that is really a great feature. And for some reason, so many bike companies cannot figure out how to do it. But Mokwheel did. Now remember, Mokwheel has a long tenure in the electric world. So this is not their first rodeo. They've continued to improve their products. Look at their reviews, and you will see that they get outstanding reviews. So I'm not surprised that Mokwheel just does a few things a little bit better than some other companies, in particular newer companies. The other great feature on this bike, honestly, for me even, and for others, is the ability to go off grid. Now for me, why would it be incredible for me? CPAP. I need a CPAP. So you can use the inverter, solar panels. Mokwheel sells it as a package or individual. Was on sale the last time I checked for a really good price. And you can use those items to charge the battery, and also to allow the battery to be an external power source. So you can pull the battery out of your bike, or you can put your bike in your tent, depending on the size of your tent, and you can plug into, because the battery has its own individual inverter port, you can hook up the inverter and then plug in your CPAP, and you'll get a couple 8-hour nights out of using it. So the magical cadence torque sensor, whoever designed it, that person should get a bonus. And the living off grid feature, whoever designed that, give that person a bonus as well. Now, very smooth riding. Ergonomic grips are still ergonomic and comfortable. The number one negative for this bike, put it in the shade because it is so blinking hot. There's a little bit of breeze. You can see the leaves moving, but it is still hot, even riding. Although I'm not riding very fast, I'm going nice and casual, so I can give you a good review, 100+ mile review. So The biggest negative is the seat. I told you from the jump that the seat was uncomfortable, and after the first like 20, let's see, what did I kill the battery at? I killed the battery at 27.5 miles if I remember correctly for my initial ride. And I broke the seat. The seat was, call it cattywampus. And so that is the biggest negative, which honestly, they definitely should fix. Everything else is fine. And I think what you're getting for the bike and what you're getting is a company with tenure. You're getting a dealer network. You're getting a support system. You're getting an A+ website. You're getting great videos and blog and tutorials, and you're getting a lot for your money. Who is this bike really for? This bike can do, I mean, look, the bike can do really anything, but is this a hardcore mountain bike? Nope, no rear suspension. Could the front fork handle it? Yes, but no rear suspension. I'm not gonna take this off-roading, but for the neighborhood, for rail trails, for paved surfaces, and for this kind of stuff right here, gravel. You hear the gravel? You saw it on the forest roads. This is like 1,000% better than the forest roads. You hear those tires? Those Black Cat tires are outstanding. They got a tread on them that just grips. You hear it in that stone dust, that rock dust. So this bike is for somebody who does not want to go off-roading, who wants to do this kind of stuff, who wants to ride around your neighborhood. I've taken this bike to the store shopping with the ability to have a front basket, a rear basket. The other person who really should be thinking about this bike is somebody who wants to pedal. Now, is it a throttle bike? Yes, it has a throttle. But is this bike designed to throttle all the time? I mean, you could, but this bike is calling. This bike is calling for a rider who wants a stealth-like e-bike, who wants to pedal. This bike allows you to pedal and feel like a traditional analog bicycle. You can adjust the PAS levels, 5 of them, to give you little help or a lot of help. I mostly ride in 5 because I want the power and the speed from my quads to just start stomping on it, because it's harder to stomp on it in PAS 1. But if you want to get more of a workout, keep it in gear 7, put it in PAS 1, and you will give your buttocks, your quads, your hamstrings, a little bit of calfie in there, some exercise. So this is a great bike for somebody who wants a traditional feel, a kind of a traditional look, and the other great feature is it's a step through. So if you can't swing your leg over, boom, right through the frame. And it comes in 2 sizes, which is another great feature that is rarely found in the e-bike world. You have options. You have options of colors, obviously, but you have options on sizes, so you can tailor this bike to fit you. And if you want to ride on the sidewalk, you're not going to get any hateful looks, as long as you ride respectful, but that's the same with any bike. This is a great sidewalk rider for a number of different reasons besides looks, and that is it's nimble. It's not a super heavy bike, which is good for smaller riders, maybe somebody with some minor mobility issues, and also new riders. My son, Craig, you saw him in the short when I jokingly said he stole the bike. Now, he'd already had 50 or 60 miles on electric just in a week or so. He loves it. He took this off, took off on this bike, and he put like, I don't know, 10, 11 miles on it. And he loved the pedaling. We've had rain. We're getting our evening. I don't want to get this bike all muddy. I'm going to try to avoid. Let's do our hill test. Oh, poor camera. Poor camera don't like all the wobbles. Woo! There you go, nimble. Nimble, nimble, nimble. There you have it. I hope you can see. I'll put a picture in. 106 miles. Today our max speed was 33.1 and our average speed was 16.2. We did 16 miles today. There she is. Mokwheel Basalt ST 2.0. A grade. The seat is the only failing grade of this bike. I've told you all about it in the video. I forgot to tell you that on the road, these black cat tires and that motor in the rear, quiet, really quiet. I kind of like to hear the little growl of the tires, and I like to hear the little whine of bike motors. This bike doesn't have any of that. It's actually kind of refreshing. Magic. Cadence torque, inverter port. Would I buy this bike? Honestly, the question really is, I've been pondering this. Would I let someone that I love buy this bike? And the answer is yes. Of course I would. This bike is a worthy bike. The company is a worthy company. I'm going to continue to ride it and add more miles. And if something changes, I will let you know. You're going to continue to see videos with this bike, probably with my children as well. So I let my children ride it. So I believe it to be safe. And would I let my children buy it? If they said, Dad, we're going to buy a Mokwheel Basalt ST 2.0, I'd be like, all right, pick a good color. And that's that. I would definitely let someone that I love buy this bike every day of the week, including on Christmas. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions about this Mokwheel Basalt ST 2.0, drop them in the comments and I will respond. I respond to all my comments unless I miss them. I'm having a quirky issue getting notifications, but I respond. If you want this bike, click on the link in the description, use my code, and you will save some money. I got to cover up because my editing software and YouTube are not cooperating and the words aren't matching my lips. This is a great bike. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking my videos. And if you're not a subscriber, boom, boom, please smash that subscribe. Boom, boom, please smash that like almost 100 degrees today. I killed that 28 ounces halfway through my ride in 2 seconds. All the ice was melted. It is steamy. Tomorrow is going to break 100, I think. Thank you. Until the next video, I love you all. See ya!